So I asked a bunch of my friends, a lot of them don't have old sisters, questions that they would want to be answered. School edition. How do you ask a teacher for help?
Do you have problems with this?
No, it's just like sometimes like it sounds like a really stupid question. Or like you don't want them to be like, were you not paying attention? Like, you know.
Yeah. I would say first try to ask your friends, and if they really don't know, honestly just ask. Like, they're getting paid to tell you what to do.
How to study effectively and not get distracted.
Yeah, you can actually get apps on your phone that lock other apps, or you can time yourself too in just like the clock app if you don't want to download other apps. And then always make a study plan. So for example, if you have 2 tests back to back on different days, you can say, okay, I want to study for science on this day and I'm going to do these chapters. And then specifically for the studying itself, you want to first read the text and also write notes at the same time, and then try to memorize your notes as best you can to the point where you're understanding them instead of just reading them. And then you can also quiz yourself. What I like to do is I go 1 by 1 on the page, and I read the first thing. So for example, if it's like a fact and then there's different answers or a list, then I'll recite the fact and I'll recite the list, and I continue reading. And I put the paper down and I recite it, and that's how you memorize things.
Yeah, because a lot of the time there's this meme where you read but then you forget to understand.
Yeah.
How to get mad at people in a group project but not get mad at them in a group project.
Yeah, I feel like this is a good one because I definitely made enemies in group projects by just being like, no, your idea is stupid. Because honestly, sometimes it is.
Or what if they don't do work? They can't yell
right,
at
if they
them.
don't do work, yeah. If it's an idea issue, always preface what you're going to say. So be like, I think that's a good idea, but what if we tried this? And if you don't like where it's going, try to find one other person in the group that would back you, and then they can add on to build your case, because then it kind of sways the whole group.
It's not like 1v3.
Yeah, exactly. And if they're not doing work, that one's tough. Because you don't want to be the one doing all the work, but you also don't want to be the one who has a bad grade because of someone else. So you could tell on them, but
you don't want to be the person who's known for telling teachers everything.
Exactly. So I would say you can try to assign them work and then just keep bugging them about it. And if they really don't do it, then I don't know, it might be worth telling someone.
What do you do if you don't have a pad at school?
Oh, I've had this so many times. We actually had this group chat in university for all of the girls in one of my classes called Tampon Call.
Oh my
God. It was just used where girls would be like, does anyone have a tampon? But yeah, I would say try your best. If your school doesn't have the paid coin slots, try your best not to feel awkward asking of friends. Because honestly, every girl goes through this. It's the worst. So just, try to ask a friend. And if you really can't find one, and let's say you're ready in the stall, you can get a bunch of tissue paper and make a makeshift pad.
Wow, that's smart. Okay. When should you start caring about college apps?
We're in Canada, so specifically in Canada, your grades don't matter until grade 12, grade 11 maybe, but it's really your grade 12 marks. So honestly, you could do horribly until grade 12 and get A's, and you can still get into your university. It's just making sure that you develop the habits to study. But yeah, I feel like high school is the time to really have fun.
Adding on to that, how do you figure out what you want to study? Because a lot of people, I feel like now, they don't really have a passion that they want to do. A lot of people, they go into stuff they think will get a good pay. They go into stuff that their parents want to do.
So your first year in university, a lot of them have this in Canada at least, where you're just a generalist. And it's even more common in the States, where your first year, you just pick a bunch of things that you like. So if you're in high school, you can even delay until second year university to choose, honestly, and still get into the university of your choices based off of social life and academic scores. But then I think after that, it's obviously okay to get a stable job, but a lot of my friends after a year of graduating, they've already switched jobs or they're doing something totally different. So just remember that the profession that you choose when you go into university or you use to apply does not equal the rest of your life.
How to manage your time?
I'm actually really bad at this, but I
It
would
runs
say
in the family, I guess.
yeah, but you want to break your day up into chunks and just set checks with yourself. So, for example, in the next hour, I'm gonna do this homework, or like next hour, I'm gonna have dinner. And the next time, I'm gonna go and play video games. So just chunk your day out as much as you can.
How many extracurriculars should you join? Like, how many is good enough so that you strengthen your reason for college or whatever, but you still have enough time to do what you want?
Yeah, this is a really good question, and I definitely struggled with this, but honestly, it's not about quantity, it's about what you do in one extracurricular. Specifically when it comes to applying for college. So instead of doing 10 where you're a general member, you want to have one where you're the president that you can really talk about. And you can always look at the university apps in terms of how many essays they want you to write. So for example, you want to write 3 leadership essays and have 3. But also make sure you're choosing ones that you're actually passionate about. Like, don't just join the student council because all your friends are in it, or like the business competition because all your friends are in it. Do ones that you really care about, and you can even start your own extracurricular if nothing speaks to you.
Wow. I will probably start my own club.
Yeah, you should.
Then you're like automatically president.
Yeah, that's what I did in grade 12.
Okay, I don't have any more questions. Thank you for helping us out.
Yay! Thanks so much, guys, for watching. Hopefully this was helpful, and we will be back for another advice episode soon.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye!